Hello, my name is Rick, and this is the dwarven fortress of Swampcavern in the program Minecraft. And it really is this time. Sort of, at least the first floor of it, and some. Here's a bit of a progress report for you. I was working on the leveling off process, and I came across an area where the layers were just a little bit too thick, and also there was a lake. So I used a sponge to dry up the lake, and now we're going to speed up the process a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. That was pretty good. The one that went flying up in the air like a firecracker didn't help any, but pretty much got the job done. Needs more. Alright, that still didn't do it, so let's try one more time. There's just something so relaxing about watching things explode. Alright, the leveling part is now done the way I wanted. Now it's just time to lay out where the river is going to go. I just want to point out this is kind of realistic too. The real Swampcavern has kitties, exotic kitties, giant kitties of several kinds running all over it. I found the river was easiest for me to think of as a physical object and build it that way, and then I just made sure that the water underneath was the same as the object that I built. I'm not sure how many jungles I looked through to find this place. It was easily 4 or 5, possibly more, and I looked through them on a pretty thorough basis. And in the end, all that time spent doing that turned out really well, because I found a spot where if I just knocked out a couple of blocks one direction, it replicated this almost perfectly, this 90-degree turn in Swampcavern. So the biggest challenge in making this river was mapping it from Dwarf Fortress. And a lot of the work in Minecraft was already done for me, in the terms that I found a river it was really relatively straight as far as Minecraft rivers go, and it had the lake to two sides of it. So I ended up really having to only put down a couple of blocks one way or the other. I found a spot where a lot of the work was done for me, so all that jungle searching easily paid off. It might not have. This really is almost the first floor of Swampcavern. I've used downstairs in Minecraft to indicate downstairs in Dwarf Fortress. I've used ladders to indicate up downstairs because they fulfill the same function. Block for block, this is an abandoned farm. There are pink and red plants growing in it, as well as melons. And there is no berry bush in Minecraft, but there is a rose bush. So I'm using rose bushes to represent the berry bush. There really is red plants and melons growing exactly there. There really is purple plants here. This is the archery range in Swampcavern, which the dwarves are a bit smaller. It makes more sense when they do it and fire arrows into something at such close range. I promise. But of course the dwarves would have used tropical wood to build their archery stands with, so I did that here too. Okay, so there was a little bit of overzealous ground leveling off over here when it got into the dirt. It dug in a little bit too deeply. But overall, I'd say that TNT was the fast way to do this. In Swampcavern, there was this tiny little part of wood floor. We were in the process of replacing it all with a floor made out of a fireproof material, because Swampcavern is located right next to a dragon's lair, as well as 6 goblin pits. Those towers up there were always a guess. They were sort of a test model for me to see how the towers of Swampcavern were going to turn out. And I've decided to go with that design. That's exactly how they're going to turn out. Now, for anyone who's seen my channel before, this is a new way of seeing the same thing, because this is a pretty familiar sight. Alright, bit of an update. Do you mind? See, giant cave spiders in Swampcavern are authentic, so I tried to put a Minecraft spider in, and it doesn't work. Turns out you can't tie a Minecraft spider to a lead the way you can chain up a Dwarf Fortress giant cave spider. You hear that, Minecraft spider? Dwarf Fortress is better. I'm sure you're thrilled to hear that. Okay, progress report. I removed the structure from the river, revealing the river, and I put the floor in, and I outlined where the floor goes on the outside of the fort. And now all the stairs and details are correct. This is supposed to be a ramp down. That's just as close as I could get. I didn't know what else to do. Here's the square where the humans and dwarves are constantly practicing. The fact that many of them are wearing shiny blue armor is authentic to the Dwarf Fortress version. I keep wanting to say the real Swampcavern, you know, because I've spent more than a year there, so it's real to me, the things that happen in the real Swampcavern. This is not the real Swampcavern, this is just the fake Swampcavern. If you enjoyed this Dwarf Fortress in Minecraft content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.